Thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and this is the project we're making today. Isn't it so stinking cute? Okay, so this is the new popcorn box Thinlet that's in the brand new Stampin' Up! Catalog. And these are 4 of the brand new colors. The 5th one I'll show you in just a second. So we've got Flirty Flamingo, Dapper Denim, Emerald Envy, Peekaboo Peach, and then the final color is going to be Sweet Sugar Plum. So here are all the ink pads. We're going to be making the Sweet Sugar Plum. I went ahead and made the other 4, so the final one will be the last color. Let me show you the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock. I've cut that in half so that we can use it with the Big Shot. And then 1 piece of the Sweet Sugar Plum Designer Series paper. That's in the Designer Series paper stacks. This measures 5.5 by 12. And then we've got a scrap piece here that's 3 inches. That's just going to be for the layer in circle framelits. And we've got some of the new ribbon and a 1 3/8 scallop circle punch, liquid glue, and tear and tape. And then also the stamp set that we're using. This is not a new stamp set, and I went back and forth about should I use a new one or should I not, and I decided that I was looking for a Father's Day box or a Father's Day greeting, and the May kit had a Father's Day greeting in it, which would look really cute with this, but it didn't fit in a circle punch, and I really wanted to use a circle punch. So I chose this one just because I wanted to use the circle, and that's called Sweet Stack. Okay, so let me get out the Big Shot, and we're going to go ahead and cut out our popcorn box. And we'll go, since we have the Big Shot out, we'll go ahead and cut our circle, okay? So here's my Big Shot. Then we've got the magnetic platform, a cutting pad. Now I'm going to have to cut 2 of each. So I'm cutting 2 white and then 2 out of the Designer Series paper. I may fast forward this if the video becomes too long. Now we're going to cut our Designer Series paper. Oops, turn it this way. Okay, the final thing we're going to cut is our little scallop circle here, and this one measures 1 3/4 inches. So if you look at the layer and circle framelits, there is a lot to choose from, which I'm happy about that, but I want to give you the measurements, or at least which circle it is. So this is the smallest scallop circle, and it would be the next one up. This one was too small. That one almost measured the exact same thing as the white punch, or as the white image, which is the 1 3/8 punch. Okay, there's my circle. So I'm going to put this back on here so that it doesn't accidentally go in the trash, and I'll move this out of the way. Now we're going to take that scrap paper that we have, and we're going to stamp our image. Let's see, it looks a little blurry. There we go. We'll set this aside to dry, and then let's assemble our box. Now, the reason I cut the white and the Sweet Sugar Plum Designer Series paper is because I wanted the box to be a little bit stronger. I made it first out of just Designer Series paper, and it was a little weak. So, but I really wanted to use Designer Series paper because it makes it so much cuter. So all I'm going to do is just basically cover up the Whisper White with the Designer Series paper, and that works perfectly using the liquid glue. You just use the white in. And if you miss any spots, like on the edge, you can come back in with a glue dot, which I did that on one of them. Try not to get too much because you don't want it seeping out the edges. And to be honest, I usually use my silicone mat so that if I do get glue anywhere, it will just be on the mat and not my desk. Okay, there's the first one. Now you may be wondering about pre-folding it on the score lines. I do not do that because sometimes it leaves a white edge, and I prefer to not have that white edge on it. So don't fold it on the score lines until after you've attached the Designer Series paper. Or you can, but you're just going to see like a little white edge. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take a teeny tiny commercial break really quick. Head over to my website, leave a comment to enter to win. I have a kit already. It has 2 pieces of the white, 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper, your little scallop circle, the ribbon, and then a scrap piece of white cardstock for you to stamp the image. So the only thing it does not include is the stamped image, okay? And the adhesive, of course. So now let's fold it on those score lines. That little one right there, you may have to fold it back first to then fold it forward. There's that one. See what I mean? Like you could tell that if you folded that on the score line previous to attaching it, you would see a white line there. And we don't have that now. I got glue on my finger. Let's see, I'm going to fold this back to then fold it forward. Okay, one more score line, and there we have it. Okay, so I'm going to use my tear and tape. And let's see. This stuff is easy to tear, but I just want to make sure that I have it exactly where I want it. There we go. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off that little extra piece right there that we don't need. And now I'm going to peel the backing off. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to attach it to this side. Now I'm going to tell you, normally I just say fold this down and attach it. It doesn't really work that way. You want to really make sure that you line it up. And I think it's because it's a thicker layer that's why you really want to make sure that that piece is folded and then you attach it. So see, that's how it's going to look. Okay. Now we're going to do the exact same thing over here on this side. And if you want, you can put your tear and tape on this piece right here. I would have it hang over just a tad though. There we go. And then peel off the backing. I'm just going to fold that extra adhesive down. It's two-sided so it doesn't really hurt it. And again, I made sure that I folded that piece over. Okay. Now, if you want to, you can store this thing flat and you can use it later. So you can make a bunch of these. So to assemble it, what I do is I'm just going to take, so see these pieces go just like that. But what I'm going to do is put adhesive on this side, this side, this side, and this side. So just 2 little strips will be sufficient. I'm just going to do both of them kind of at the same time. They don't have to be very big. Now you can put popcorn in this box. You can put candy. I can actually put a fishing lure for my husband in it because it is tall enough. And I would probably use the navy or the green color. Either of those would work. I should keep a collection of fishing lures down here so that I could show you. We're almost done with this, so just got to get the backing off the one more. That's the part that takes the longest, is removing the backing off the adhesive. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn that over and take my bone folder, make sure that it's stuck down really good. Now I'm going to turn the box around and look at it and decide which side I want to be my front, which one looks the best. They all look pretty good. So what I'm going to do is take my image here and cut it out with the 1 3/8 circle punch. And I'm going to place a dimensional on the back, add it to my little scallop circle here. And then we're going to tie a bow with the new ribbon. You're going to love this stuff. It makes pretty bows pretty easily. And I'm just going to trim the tails. And we're actually going to add it to the box with a glue dot. Let me make it a little bit smaller. It's kind of big. And it looks like I have to trim it just a little bit more. You can play with the ribbon and make it prettier. And then for this, we're just going to add some regular adhesive on the back, which I seem to be out of at the moment, so I'll use my Fast Fuse. I used it up when I was making the Designer Series paper charts yesterday. Okay, so here's all 5 of them. Aren't they pretty? Okay, don't forget to head over to my website, leave a comment to enter to win the kit to make one of these boxes, this one. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.